Welcome to this session on placing a space by flood area. So we laid out some spaces, we created walls from those spaces. Now we're going to fill in the rest of our model here. So we're going to create 3 lounge spaces here on the back side of our floor plate. We're going to create a corridor space for the corridor and then the lift lobby as well. And we're going to do this by just flooding these areas. Now we do need to create some separation, and we'll do that by just drawing some lines in our plan. So I'm going to pull up my level attributes, and you can do this with a shortcut key in Q1. And I'm just going to set my level to Giano non-plot. Just set that to by level. And I'm going to just put a little heavier weight on it so that we can see it. I'll come into my plan view here. I'm just going to use my Smart Line tool and draw a line where I want to separate these spaces. We've got a line there, put a line on either side of the lift lobby. So even though we don't have walls in our plan here, we may want to designate these spaces separately, and we can do that by simply drawing lines on our plan. Let's get one more over here. And now I'll start placing the spaces. I'm going to start with these 3 lounge areas. So we'll come up and use the Create Space tool. I'm going to change the space type now to Recreation. And on the placement ribbon, we're going to change our Place By option to Flood Area. Now remember, when we flood an area, we can make that associative. I have that turned on. So it becomes associative with its bounding walls and, in this case, the line. Go ahead and put in a label. Just going to call this Lounge. Now we can let that sequentially number, or we could simply have no number. We'll leave the ceiling height at 9 feet. And we'll put in an area program of 150. And then I'm just going to come into my view, zoom in here a little bit, and I simply left click in the area that I want to flood. It'll preview what's going to flood. I left click again to accept that, and then right click or reset to complete it. And you can see there we have a lounge area of 130 square feet. Then I'm going to just move over and do the next one. You just want to make sure the area that you want to flood is shown in your view. It won't flood outside of what's in the view. That's based on that preference that we set in the first session. So we'll go back to the place space. All the settings remain the same. And we'll do this one. And then right click to reset. Notice those lounge areas are a different color. That's because we selected a different space type and it had a different part associated with it. And we would then be able to color our plan accordingly. Now for the lift lobby and the corridor, back to the space tool, I'm going to again select a different space type. We're going to use circulation horizontal. We'll start with the corridor. So it's already in there, the label corridor. We'll leave all the defaults, the ceiling height, the area program. Move this out. Again, you want to make sure that entire corridor is visible in your view so that it can flood it. And we'll just data point in that area, data point to accept, and right click to reset. And then we'll just do the last one, which will be the lift lobby. So now we have all the areas placed in our plan. They are associative, so as we move walls around, those spaces will update with them. And in the next session, I'll show you how to modify the ceiling height of a space now that it's been placed.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.